What's up? Good morning. Happy Monday. What is up? What is up? Here we go. Let's get this week cranking out here. What is up? Welcome. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Today we are talking about living your best life, motivation. I am recovering from bilateral carpal tunnel surgery. What is up? Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. We're gonna get this cranking out here. Laura, what is up? Mel, Laura, are you back? Are you in Miami? Are you here? Are you here? I don't even know. Chris, what is up? Welcome. So as most of you guys know, I had a little surgery on Friday and I'm like just dealing with getting my hands back together again. Opening up my fingers, making fists. I got my left hand going. Nope, you're in the keys. All right, good for you. Right hand's almost down. Quick recovery. This is a whole new process that there's only like one in like 30 people in the country. I haven't been able to wash my hair yet because I can't really open my fingers yet. I'm getting there though. I can do just about everything pretty well. Just no pressure yet. Only 30 people in the country that do this new procedure on carpal tunnel. So if you guys are out there and you're having carpal tunnel problems, hit me up. I'd love to like connect you with this guy because procedure was like 10 minutes on each hand, and that was Friday. I go back to see him on Friday, week recovery, and I'm back doing everything like 100%, like ready to go, ready to rock and roll. So I'm super excited. Got a lot going on today, a lot. It's a big week. We are moving into week number 4 for Mindset Reset, 5-week challenge, Mindset Reset. Good morning, Don. Good morning, everybody. Jen, welcome. So Mindset Reset is one of my signature programs to get you guys organized, get you guys where you need to be. Mindset Reset is also just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to be moving into round 2. Round 2 is Mindset Reset, but the attached homework is going to be strength training, the strength program, which is why I wore strong today. Welcome everybody to the show. I hope you guys are plugged in. Go ahead and get your headset on. Welcome. Cheers to all my BIA fans out there. And if you have not gotten your BIA yet, get it. Sign up. Let's go. Happy surgery went well. Yes, thank you. Yeah, surgery went great. I'll be honest with you. I passed out after the first procedure. It's kind of like the brain has a way of going, something weird is happening to you that is not normal. And, and I'm pretty chill. Like I go in and I was pretty like pumped up and confident. And, it just like the brain just goes, bloop. And so I had a little disconnect and, it's like, it's super embarrassing. Like, cause you're like, I'm totally fine. I'm totally cool. Like they do the thing and they're cleaning it and everybody around you is like super cool and super nice. And I think there were like 8 people on top of me. And then I was like, and then I could feel it and I could kind of hear it. And then I was like, it's kind of like making me nauseous at first. And then all of a sudden I was like, out. I'm like, where am I? Which is kind of funny because it has nothing to do with being like strong or like, you know what I mean? It's just like how your brain just disconnects when it knows that something weird is happening. So then they spun the table around and set me up for the other side. You're like, are you sure? I'm like, let's rock it. Like, I'm not going to pass out again. That's already done. The worst is over. Isa, what's up? Welcome. Anyway, here we go. So let's get the week started. I am going to go deep dive here all about when I write things on Facebook, I don't really think it too heavily. I really try to get to a place where when I'm writing it, I'm just generalizing because I really want to get into a place where I want to draw you guys into the topic and then I want to unfold as I go, as I progress. Again, I apologize. I haven't washed my hair. I have no makeup on. My fingers, my hands are just almost opening up, but I feel really good. I'm very, very grateful and thankful. Great, amazing surgeon. It was just a great experience. So anybody dealing with like carpal tunnel or trigger finger or anything like that, go ahead and DM me. I'd love to help you out and walk you through it, because it's like really worth it. I was living with a lot of pain. Like he said that's probably the worst carpal tunnel he's ever seen, and I'm like, are you just saying that to make me feel good? And he's like, no, it's the worst carpal tunnel I've ever seen. Like, how did you deal? I'm like, I didn't. I suffered. And suffering is like this thing, like, why? But anyway, part of the reason that I didn't do surgery, and I am wondering if you guys can relate to this, that I didn't want to take time off. And I knew that carpal tunnel surgery was a month recovery. And every time somebody would tell me that, I'd be like, well, that counts me out. Like, who's got a month to recover? Like, seriously. I'm the type of person, if you tell me I'm going to be down for X amount of time, I'm like, okay, what exercises can I not do? And then I kind of negotiate my training, and my body is my business. So how do I do what I do? And how do I navigate around it? And as you notice, I put up the workout already, and that workout is 10 sets of squats and jump squats, 10 rounds. And it's hard. It's, 10 and 10, it's 200 total, but it's very doable. It's all legs, because I've got no hands. I think I'll be able to be 100% by Friday. By Friday, I should be back. I should be totally 100% good. Still can't make a fist here, and the scar is just tiny. There are like no stitches. Anyway, so enough about my surgery, enough about recovery. Let's get into topic. But I want to start you guys off with, I just love this song. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's get it going, because we're going to crank it out here. I'm in a really good mood. I got a lot going on. We got a lot to accomplish this week. Again, we were moving into week number 4. My group has a lot of challenges. They don't even know what's coming. They've got a group meeting tonight, so I'm going to really hit them hard. So if you guys are interested in getting into the 5-week Mindset Reset, we're going into part 2, which is Mindset Reset and the Strength Program. I also have a couple more programs that I'm coming out with. Setting up my website right now, lisagaylordfitness.com. We're going to be doing the t-shirts this week. Got a lot. It's going to be a full week. So with that, I started thinking about you guys. Started thinking about what you guys are really, where are you at? Where are you at in like the big picture of life? Like, what are your goals? Where do you want to be in life? Are you living like your fullest life? And what does that mean? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to like the bigger picture? Are you living your best life? And one of the things that I realize is that there's a book that's out, and I'll have to get the title for you, and it interviews older people. And the interview goes something like, what are your top 5 regrets? And when we think about our regrets, I've heard it said that there's nothing uglier than regret. There's nothing uglier than regret. And sometimes I think, wow, I just don't have enough time to get it all in. And then after coronavirus, I realized, like, wow, we really have the time, but we don't prioritize, or we sidetrack a lot, and we waste a lot of time. We waste a lot of time on things that don't matter. We waste a lot of time on people that don't matter. We waste a lot of energy on things in our life that just don't matter. And they don't matter to anyone but you. And they don't matter to any like fulfilling purpose. And so are you living your best life, and what does that look like? Like, are your dreams the same today as they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Nothing uglier than regret. So true. Yeah, it's true. They in this book, I read it, I don't remember the title. I think it's five things, something like 5 things that old people tell you at their deathbed. Something about being on your deathbed, the 5 things that people regret. And one of them was, regret is all the things that you never did. I was listening to like a history channel. I listen at night to like history channels, and I'm like kind of nerdy like that. And it was talking about ancient Greece and Rome and the evolution and talking about popes and Christianity and how that got like out there. And I don't believe in any of that. I'm not religious at all. I've de-religionized myself over the years, realizing that it's a bunch of crap and it's man-made, and my beliefs have nothing to do with anyone else and nothing to do with an organized group of mass thought. I'm not into mass thought. I pushed away from that early on in my life, and I was indoctrinated into like this like wacko system that is so crazy. Like, I'm not into, mass, like I said, mass thought for me is dangerous on any level. Let's all go in that direction. No, I don't think so. Let me go in my direction. And I think that that's one of the things that I've realized as I've gotten older. I guess I've always kind of been this way. And that's why I love my students to shower on my students this open door and being able to say, no regrets. What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? Where do you want to go? And when we think about like travel and going places and doing things, what are your limiting behaviors? I have a lot of people that I've met that are older than me, and they're living these lives based on, and don't get me wrong, I'm not generalizing, I'm just reflecting. I'm reflecting on people that I've met that I just wish I could say to them, holy crap, you got married, you did all the social, societal things that people wanted you to do. You did it. Woohoo! You did it. You crushed it. You did exactly what they told you to do. And now you're miserable. And you're regretting. You're regretting hard. Because I can see it in your face. And your behavior is like you're regretting. And you don't know how to get out of the regret. It's almost like when the water goes down the drain and you're like, stop! Right? You're like, wait! And you're like, no, I got so much more to do, and I got so much more I want to be. And you wake up one day because you realize you're at the end of the toilet paper roll, and you're like, holy shit, I got to be a little bit more conservative with my time and my space and my people. Why did they ever teach us this? Why didn't they ever teach us about like social math instead of like algebra? The fuck? To this day, I'm pissed that I wasted so much time and energy. Like, why didn't the school system teach you, like, group you and say, artist, athlete, this, that, right? Now, I understand you got to learn everything. You should be open-minded to be able to learn things. But, like, why are you shoving a tomboy in a tutu? Get it? That's my book, right? Why are you shoving a tomboy in a tutu? Let that athlete go. nurture the athlete, nurture the scientist, nurture the artist. No. Societize that person. Cheers. I argue with the male-female, like, weirdness. Like, male-female. You're a female, do those things. You're a male, do those things. I'm talking because I say, and I had a long talk with my sister yesterday, and I'm like, we're both like same page. Like, thank God our parents didn't make us do anything. There was no like, you know, it was just be good people, be smart, be grateful, be thankful, be caring, be kind, be loving people. And that's what we became. Well, 2 out of 3. The third one, whatever. He's a weirdo. But the regrets that we grow up with, like, for instance, you're growing up and you have people around you, right? And this is the deconversion, you know, this is the deconversion. Like, I grew up in a household with people that said this, and this. And then you grow up and you got your own brain and you're going, but this, and this doesn't make sense, nor does it fit me. And you grow up with family or surrounded by people that want you to be like them. It's mini-me syndrome, and it's an egotistical, narcissistic behavior. And sociopaths are everywhere, and sometimes they're like right next to you. And you're like, if you don't do this way, you're going to end up like this. And you're talking to an 8-year-old, right? And how rude is that? And then you grow up and you're like scraping the layers, right? You're scraping those layers off. And you wake up one day and you're like, I'm none of that. I'm none of those things. And then we carry the guilt. I watch people every day with blankets, like cold, wet, heavy blankets of parentage. Their parents are cold, wet, heavy blankets. And you're like, dude, when are you going to put that blanket down? When are you going to stop living for people that have nothing to do with you? And thank God we have evolved into a society that allows us the freedom to take that blanket off. Take it off. Shed the blanket and be you. Be who you're supposed to be. I remember growing up because we had academics in our life, my surrounding. And I remember my uncle specifically looking at me one day and going, you know, you should go to college to do this, and this, and become a teacher like us. He's a professor. I'm like, my whole inside was like shocked, like an ice bucket in my face, because I respected this guy. And respecting him, I was like, you know, he's this cool guy, and he's, you know, smart, and he's a professor in a big university, and very well respected, blah, blah, blah. And then whoosh with the ice bucket. As if what I was doing, as if where I was going, as if my thoughts were not valid. And in that moment, I swore I would never, ever, ever allow anyone to tell me what to do, when to do it, in the way I wanted to do it. That moment, my family, my blood family, became my enemy, became my fuel, became my like, oh yeah? I'm going to show you. And they don't mean, actually, I take that back. I think sometimes there's like this, like, if you're not, to validate himself, to validate his pathway, he had to, throw some dirt on my sunlight. You know what I mean? You get it? In order to validate his pathway, his lack of, really, for me, can you imagine where I would be if I took their advice and said, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm going to go to college and become a college professor and be in an academic setting, locked in a school classroom full of people who could give a shit about me or my wonder. Like, put out that fire. Put out your fire in order to get in line, right? It's like the slaughtering of animals, just get in that pathway. Do what we do. Slaughter your imagination. Slaughter your enthusiasm, Lisa. Stop thinking outside of the box. Stop thinking that you're going to do anything great with your life. Stop doing great things. Stop having people that really, care about you. Stop doing that. Got a little passionate there. Hadn't really thought about that till right now. You can't get out of this life and expect to, like, wake up one day and go, hey, that's been just a big bunch of bullshit. I'm going to start living my life. Woohoo. And then you're dead. Right? How many people do you know that? It's like the Alanis Morissette song, like, isn't it ironic? And you process that and you go, yeah, we don't know. Listen, if we knew how long we were going to live, people would be very different. People would be doing a lot different things in their life. But we've societized ourselves. We're like, go to school, go to college, inherit an incredible amount of debt to go get a job that you're absolutely not passionate about, to incur more debt, to pay your debt, to buy a car and be in more debt, to buy a house to be in more debt, to find a person to mate with, to incur more debt with a wedding debt and have more debt, and then make people, which is more debt. And I'm not saying anything bad about making people. Make all the people you want, but it's more debt and more anxiety, and it's following a pathway. And then you wake up at 40 and you go, I don't even know who I am anymore because I did everything that they wanted me to do. Now I want to do what I want to do, and I don't even know who I am anymore. And how many times, listen, I'm not talking from like, oh, Lisa, you're just like on a, marriage is great and kids are great. That's great if it's the truth. And how many people that I meet that are waking up at 40 or whatever and going, oh my God, not only have I not lived my life, but I've had this thing inside of me for so long, and I've been taking drugs and drinking alcohol and abusing food and suppressing the real me. Because I know if the real me comes out, nobody's going to like it. And they're going to judge me. And they're going to hate me. And they're going to judge me. And they're going to... Really? I judge you for not living your life. I judge you for not being you. I judge you for not wearing the clothes you want to wear. I judge you for not being that person. Being all in. Being that really, like, badass mofo, get out there... Say what you need to say. Why are we walking in a pathway for slaughter? And I see people every day are just like, slaughter. There you go, slaughter. Slaughter. And I know that sounds ugly. Nobody wants to hear that. Are you slaughter? Are you walking that pathway? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that are just like, I'm going to do this prison term. And that's what I call it. This office job is a prison term. My golden handcuffs. And as soon as I'm done, I'm out. And I'm going to be me. Right? I'm just here to help you start being you now. Don't wait. Because waiting is one of those regrets. And one of those regrets that you're going to wake up and go, the fuck didn't I just do this? What was stopping me? What was stopping me from living my best life? How much money do you need? Do you see people with like millions of dollars? And they just got shit. They just got bigger shit. Trust me. I'm around rich people all freaking day long. And they're just as ridiculous. Like, they got the bigger houses. I'm like, how much house do you really need? How much house do you need? How much car do you need? And remember, those houses and those cars don't make you who you are. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, you ever see people that are like all that in a bag of chips, they got all this money, and then all of a sudden you realize like that person is living a life of regret because they haven't done anything. There are celebrities out there, and you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. They've got so much money. You're like, why do you need all that money? What are you doing? You're hoarders. You're hoarders. You're like hoarding. And there's nothing wrong with having lots of money. Trust me. There just isn't. So don't get in that mindset either. You make your money. You make your money. But the level of regret and the level of dissatisfaction and the level of dysfunction, because I have rich friends that are so generous and so beautiful and so wonderful and so giving. Like, everything they have, they share with everyone. So I'm not that anti-money person. You make your money. I make my money. I love what I do. I love helping people. And at the end of the day, I think that that's the dollar value. How many people are you helping? I have an opportunity to help people like I never did before. And I feel so satisfied at the end of the day. Do I make money? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But the dollar in the bank account is not always the value. We look at how many dollars I have in the bank. Who cares? How many people do you know rent the house, rent the car, go buy the dress or the suit, and then return it the next day after the event? They're just fake. They're a professional fake. And you see it a mile away, right? You see these people a mile away. I live in Miami. Grew up in South Beach. I've seen it. And then the people that I have like no money, right? You look at these cultures of people that just have absolutely $0. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Everybody needs to get out of the bacon. Everybody needs to get out of the bacon. No money. And yet they just seem so freaking happy. Everything is fun. Everything is funny. And they find things to do. And you find people that are super happy with a lot of people. A lot of good people around them. Right? Are you living your best life? Are you doing everything that you've always wanted to do? Are you dreaming every single day? I have lists that I make every day. I have my books. And on my calendars, I chip away at all the things that I want to do. And I'm like growing and learning and expanding. And I'm loving life more and more and more. And I love the people around me. And I love the people I've surrounded myself with. And my regrets are almost like learning experiences that I don't look at and go, oh my God, I regret doing that. In hindsight, I can't change anything that I have done or a person that I've become. And if I've hurt people along the way and people have hurt me along the way, I think you grow and you know, it's again, it's polishing the diamond. Like, where am I trying to grow? Where am I trying to grow? How am I trying to be a better person? Money is a tool. What you do with it is a reflection of who you really are. It's true. It's so true. I love money when it allows me to give more. When I'm able to grow my business and give more and more opportunity, and to be able to expand myself, to be able to push my boundaries. And I think a lot of people that are here, a lot of people that listen to this show, we are in kind of a growth. We're all in a growth together. I think there are a lot of people that watch this show or listen to the show and they're like, yeah, you know, but that's me, but I don't know how. I don't know how to get out of where I am. And I see a lot of people that are young, you're able to, like, you know, fuck it, I'll quit that job because I don't really care, you know. But then you have people that are like lawyers and doctors, or they've got like these heavy titles that with those titles comes a lot of responsibility. They're like, Lisa, I have a mortgage, and I have a this, and I have a that, and I have a this, and I have a that, and you've buried yourself. And I'm like, you gotta unpack that shit. You gotta unpack that shit. I used to think owning a house is like end all be all. That from when we got our crash, 2008, 2009, that delusion bubble was busted. I come from a mom who has like an 800 plus credit score. And so I have always lived that. And then when I realized 2008, 2009 financial crisis just kicked me right in the ass, I'm like, oh shit. This whole mortgage thing is an illusion. Nobody owns anything. If y'all think you own something, get a grip. It is just a bunch of bullshit. It is the weirdest thing ever. Gotta have a house and a mortgage. Why? So I make bankers rich? And I just learned that again because my sister just sold her house and she's like, I'm not buying shit. Last thing I want to do is have a house and the roof and the tile and the washing machine and this and that and this and that. Now I just call the owner and they take care of it. I go, exactly. I have friends that are like, they're like 3 kids and this and that. And they're like, I have to buy a house. I'm like, why? Why don't you just rent? Oh, rent. Oh my God, rent. I'm like, well, yeah, because then you just pay rent and you don't have to worry about shit. It's not your problem. I'm not talking about being a real estate investor. Not where my head's at. You want to buy real estate and flip it and rip it and turn it around and dip it? It's cool. And you have real estate and you can leverage the mortgage, go for it. But it's also a trap as well. Your traps. What are your traps? You know? I love these people that are like, they have these really ultra expensive cars and then they're only in them for the 2 hours that they drive for traffic every day to sit in a job that they're at for 8 or 12 hours a day to get back in that car at night. And you know, oh, but at least it's a nice car, Lisa. It's a car. It's a trap. Are you living your best life? And I wrote Like, as in you are. I have to edit. Why didn't somebody tell me that? I hate that. Ready? Your. I know how to spell. Done editing. There we go. Are you living your best life? Not you are. And what does that mean to you? What does living your best life mean? Are you waking up happy? Are you waking up happy? Are you excited to wake up? Are you excited to get the day on? Do you have future plans? I love future. People are like, oh, stay in the moment. Cannot stand this Eckhart Tolle guy. Like, one of the worst books I ever read was Power of Now. Sorry. Because a lot of people on here will be like, yeah, that was a great book. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It sucked. I'll tell you why it sucked. Power of Now. It's like, okay, make your brain stop thinking of past and future. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute. Ready? And go. And I look at this guy on YouTube, and I'm like, I swear to God, Power of Now. Like, ready? You gotta get your mindset to like think of the now, because if you're thinking of the future, then you're in like chaos, and like if you think about the past, like then you're like in chaos. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I love the future. I love planning. I love like, yes, what's next? Because I call it a carrot. I call it a carrot. Like, we have to have carrots in life, like the horse, right? I want to plan my future. I want to plan what's going on. Whether I die or not, at least I have, like, plans. I have vision. I have things I want to do. It's what thrives inside of me to create, to be a creator, to be a forward thinker. Like, make a plan. Make a plan with your life. What do you want to do, right? You want to be that person. So Power Now was the worst book I ever didn't read, because I read part of it and I'm like, this is bullshit. How do they let people like this become gurus? Like, how do you get on that list? I want to get on that list. And don't get me started with somebody like Deepak Chopra. I'm like, sorry. Somebody that Oprah Winfrey recommends are suspect to me, because I'm sorry. She's got some wackos that she works, but builds herself around. I'm like, the fuck, people? I want enthusiasm. I want inspiration. That's why I always like, go check out David Goggins. Like, when he starts talking about his past and his, his journey, like, I want to know about your journey, right? He starts talking about his past and where he came from. And he starts talking about all the things that he has done, right? I get so fired up. Power Now, my ass. Power Now. Now is all we have. True. But if I'm not thinking about the future, then, like, I'm living a dream, right? Yeah, but Laura, you're going to come out here with Maya. Maya's like my bitch. That's like my go-to. And thank you for bringing up a female. Because we also need to inspire each other. And inspiring each other is about, like, my real is not your real. My real is my real. My real and my reality and my go-to, a lot different than yours. If you relate to my real, great. Some of you may go, oh, I love Power of Now. It was so amazing. It's life-changing. Cool. What was it about your life that was messed up that you have to start thinking like now? Because I don't dwell in the past. I just look at the past like, wow, great reference. That's history. That's my history. This happened and I learned from it. And that happened and I didn't like that at all. Like, I'm not going to treat anybody the way that person treated me. No way. Right? So how is the Power of Now going to help you? Because now means nothing other than it's just a beep. A beep in time. But my future is, hey, let me take what I did and bring it forward and then pay it forward. Paying it forward means I'm going to take what I learned, be a better person, be a better sister, be a better daughter, be a better friend, be a better communicator, be a better coach. I'm your coach. I'm your accountability coach. I'm here to keep you guys on track. I'm here to keep you guys like really relevant and very forward. Forward. Where's your carrot? I use carrot as a term when I'm working with my athletes and they have a race that's coming up. We do something called periodization, and I'll go, okay, we got a race or we've got this thing to do in 6 months or whatever. And so we need to funnel down. We need to go backwards, reverse engineer. Where are you and where do you need to be? All right? 5-week mindset reset is that. It's like where my students were 4 weeks ago, a month ago, and where they are now. And now where they're going to go is what I do. I have to be authentic with them. I have to be authentic with you. Are you living your best life? What does that mean? Are you sitting at a desk and hating your freaking life? Or are you plotting, right? It's almost like, I think, sorry, this thing's moving. You got my UR, right? I don't have my glasses on. Power now is basically good for anxiety in the moment you're not supposed to stay there. True, yeah. But Power Now is like, listen, that guy stole from like great thinkers because Power of Now is not new. Power of Now is actually an old, well, listen, nothing is new. No, everything is, there's nothing new. Like our social dynamics right now, nothing's new. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're talking about Black Lives Matter, and I'm like, yeah, well, where were you during Rodney King? Like, were you guys even born yet? Because I watched that shit, and it was crazy, right? They beat the fuck out of that guy. Like, right there, live TV. What happened? It's like momentum. Like, nothing's new. We just have momentum. It's almost like, whoop, you know, like when one gets through, then whoop, we all get through. I'm sitting here going, hey, I want women's rights. But we're not there yet, right? We're not there yet. So many people, oh, women have rights. I'm like, no, we're still talking about this crap, and we're not there yet, right? Why do I even have to talk about, like, let's get this done, because we got in the gate, now let's go. Let's attack it. But we still have work to do. And I love that. I love that we're evolving. We're evolving as a community, right? We're standing up for each other. And little by little, we get it done. You know, and it's a collective force. It's why I want you guys to be living your best life. I don't want you to be eating bad food. That's my legacy. Stop eating crap. Stop abusing yourself. Stop abusing, like, those little abuses. What did I write on, I said a thing on, sorry, my hair is crazy. I will eventually wash it. But look, I got one hand. I don't have the other hand yet. Look, I can't make a fist yet. Look, almost, but there's still a hole. Little by little, we work together to start living healthier lives. And I think that's the payback. I really think that this is a payback for you guys. Listen up. You ready? This is a nugget. It's a little golden nugget. Are you listening? I think we need a dance break. Where's Melissa? All right, here's the nugget. You ready? Here we go. I think the way for us to really make a difference in the world, if you have a spray, think you can flat wash your hair. I don't give a fuck about my hair. Are you kidding me? Really, Laura? Please. I get in there and I just rinse it down. I get all sweaty. I am like against washing because I hate putting so much crap in my, like, shampoo is not my friend. It's just not. Anyway, all right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. You care? You want to come? Well, come over and wash my hair then. On your way back from the Keys, you stop by. You can wash my hair. We'll make it a hair party. How's that? You and your girl. Be like, here we go. You ready? You guys are like, say it already. Say it. We're waiting. Ha. I think our payback as humans, like-minded, like-thought, like-hearted people, I think that our payback is we eat good food. We take care of our bodies impeccably. We are not victims of high blood pressure, diabetes, and I'm just talking about self-induced shit that we can control. I'm not talking about shit that comes at us that it's like, crap, right? Listen, I know. I live that. I live that every day. I'm like, God, I hope I don't get some stupid shit, right? But I don't know. I'm just going to live my best life and eat really good food. If I make better choices, then they don't get me. I don't go to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor. I'm never sick. I get colds. I go to the doctor when I have injuries, and I love that doctor. That doctor is a great doctor. I love that. I love my surgeons. But most doctors that you go to, they're like, who's your primary? I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Who's my primary? I don't know. I have no idea. When something comes up and I totally can't figure this out, I have friends that they take their kids to the doctor. The kid, stumbles and falls, they go to the doctor. I'm like, how do you know what's wrong? Oh, I don't know. I just go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. That's all I hear. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. And like you've completely disabled that child, because that kid's never going to wake up one day and go, I don't know, something's wrong. I'm just going to go to the doctor. No, something's wrong. Figure it the fuck out. Your primary is a professional guesser. And no disrespect to the primary, but they don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. They don't live in your body. They cannot determine what's wrong with you. Hey, they ask you questions. And then they narrow it down. And then they do their blood work. And then they narrow it down. And then they think it might be this or that or this, right? Am I out of line here? Because the last time I checked, everything I've ever felt, I'm guessing. And then when I get to the doctor, because I'm out of guesses, and I want to make sure that I'm not, messing myself up, which is, can't even remember the last time I went to a doctor. I'm sorry. It's just me. Because I don't want drugs. Don't give me a drug. Don't give me a drug. I don't want a drug. I'm living my best life, so I'm taking responsibility for my body. So that's all I can do. And I'm taking responsibility for my brain. And I'm surrounding myself with the most delicious people I could be around. And more than anything, my family right now is closer than ever. Closer than ever in so many different ways, because my mother now has stage 4 dementia. So my mother is no longer that person that I go to when I have a problem or when I need a little mommy time. It's not my mom. That's gone. And I haven't had a dad since I'm 25. So I don't have that. So I look within. I find inside of me everything that I need. And a lot of you are reaching on the outside. You're looking for shit outside of you to validate, right? How many of you are living your ultimate best life? And you don't give a shit what people think. Truly don't give a shit. Look at me, no makeup, hair is all messed up. But I feel more authentic than ever. And listen, I love getting dressed up. You don't even know. I love getting dressed up. And a little bit of makeup, hair done. You feel like, woo, right? Like, woohoo. You feel hot. I put on my moto jeans and my jacket. And I feel good. Not because I'm impressing, but I feel good to me. I feel inside good. And not making excuses, because there are a lot of people that are out there that are like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are just like the most like tragically drawn to, you know, bad behavior. It's like there's a difference between being I don't care what people think, as opposed to I am not governed by what people think. Like, you can tell me whatever you want, but I'm going to choose to make decisions for myself, as opposed to I'm you know, like I don't know the word I want to use, like, oh, I'm just a dick and I don't care. Like, I don't care. No, I care. You should care. You should care what other people think. You should not be a dick. You should not drive like an immature butthead, right? How many of you are driving like immature buttheads? I see you every day. I see you. You drive like an immature butthead in a weapon, a 3,000-pound, how much do cars weigh? I don't know. Weapon. How many of you are like going out and purposefully being destructive with your body? Smoking cigarettes. That's smart. That'll show them. Yeah, I'm just gonna smoke. If you can't see my face and you're just listening, I just gave Harry eyeball. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna drink. What was my post? You see people that drink all the time, and they're just like, their faces and their body. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna piss a lot of you off. Well, I don't really care, because I don't care. You see people that are they use alcohol because they're adults, and they're like, what's wrong with a glass of wine? Well, the glass of wine is one thing, but it's not, because you're opening a bottle and you're calling it a glass of wine, but it's a bottle of wine that you drink, and you're doing it every night. Because you're lying is not my problem. Because you're lying to yourself, and you're outwardly lying to someone like me, who knows that you're not drinking a glass, you're drinking a bottle every night. Or, even worse, you're drinking a glass, and the glass is like a 64-ounce glass. And you're telling me, to my face, as your coach and trainer, as your accountability coach, that you're only drinking a glass of wine a night, and they say it's good for you, Lisa. I say they is a lot of people, and they have nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, they are the people that will watch you disintegrate, and on your deathbed be like, oh, that sucks. And we don't realize how destructive alcohol is. And here's my wish for you. Try it if you're a drinker. Oh, but it calms my nerves, and at the end of the day, I love to have my glass of wine because I chill out. You could be an alcoholic, and you're not addressing it, because if you cannot go without alcohol, you might be an alcoholic. And I have no sympathy. I could care less. You can do whatever they want. Drink, but you look in the mirror and you look like you're an alcoholic. And but I'm not an alcoholic. I can go without alcohol. No, basically you don't. You keep drinking over and over and over. And you've justified alcohol as if it's okay. Alcohol is no better than heroin. Really, it is. And it's ugly. And you guys don't realize it's ugly. Not only that, when you guys go out, if you're over the age of 25 and you go out to a bar or with friends and you're drinking, you're an idiot. You look like an idiot. You sound like an idiot. Unless you're all drinking together. But if one of you is sober, God bless. And it's going to catch up to you. And I'll tell you why. So many people that I run into, so many people that I deal with that are not even my age. There is a phenomena of women that's out there that are in their 40s and 50s, and they look freaking old. You look old. You look beat down. Now, here's the hard part. Here's the part you don't want to hear. I'm just going to tell you, if you don't want to hear and you're like, done, I don't want to hear this alcohol story. You know, what does she know? Ugh. Leave, go. Go. Shoo. Get off the channel. All right, now that they've gone, here's the hard part. Alcohol and hormones? Whoo, girl, you want to know why you gained so much weight? You want to know why you're getting fat? You want to know why your gut is expanding? You want to know why? Because alcohol and hormones are having a party without you. They are. Alcohol and hormones, my females, my biologicals out there, alcohol and hormones are kicking your ass. And if you want to just sit back and blame the hormones because I didn't menopause, leave the channel. Just go. But for those of you who want to change your body, and you're ready, and you're tired, you're sick and tired of living like this. Why am I gaining weight? Why do I feel like this? Why? Oh my God, I gained 10 pounds in Corona. No, you didn't, bitch. You had that weight on. Now you gained an extra 10, and now you're trying to figure it out because you lost your pattern, right? You totally lost your whole, game. Because you had your wake up, go to work, go work out. Wake up, go to work, go work out. Because you had your plan because you were forced into a structure. But when the force was not there, that's really not who you are. Right? Coronavirus hit, and I knew right away. I'm like, oh, everything's going to shut down? Cool. I got to go. I got to change gears. I got to shift. I got to go different direction, but I got to ramp it. I got to kick it. Because I didn't have the gym. I didn't have the bars. I didn't have the stuff. I had to just punch it right in the face on my own. And I brought you guys with me. And some of you came and some of you didn't. Some of you are coming now. You're coming into the big picture and you're going, oh shit. I haven't worked out in 3 months. I can't believe I gained all this weight. Oh, really? So I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to get you back on track. Mindset Reset, 5 weeks focus group. We're coming into week number 4. Group number 2 is forming right now. Group number 1 is moving into part 2, which is our strength program. So if you guys need more information on 5-week Mindset Reset, go ahead and drop me a comment below. I'm wearing my favorite Strong shirt. Drop me a comment below, Strong. I'll get you into a program. I'll get you, even if we share a 30-minute conversation and I send you a link to my schedule, get in there. Let's talk it out. Let's figure out where you are and where you need to go. It's 10 o'clock. I could stay on here for another 2 hours because I love helping you guys. Mindset Reset. Drop me a comment below. I love you guys. I'm going to be back here in 2 seconds. I'm going to close this channel down and we're going to start again our workout here in 2 minutes. If you guys want to share, like, comment, we are PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I love you guys. I'm working for free. I'm working from home. I'm working here for you guys. If you love the content, please like, share, comment. Put this out there for everybody. I'll be back here in 2 minutes and we'll get our workout started. As always, I love you guys. Are you living your best life? And if you're not and you need some help, reach out. Love you guys.